To come to an end in this module, I'll talk about some generic functions and properties you can always use on your objects. I'll again create my basic person object here. And let's say I want to delete a property. Now, of course, I could set person name equal to null, but maybe I want to really get rid of it and not just set it to null. In this case, I could use delete keyword and then person.name. And now if I try to log person.name, let's see what happens if I click run. We get undefined because now it was really deleted. It's not set to null, it got deleted, it's no longer there. What if I wanted to find out if a certain field exists in an object? I could then specify this field as a string, that's important, name, and then with the in keyword, I can check if this name field exists in this person. So of course, if I click run, yes, we get true. So name exists as a property here. Notice though, if I use a capital N at the beginning, we get false because it's case sensitive as you learned earlier, and capital case N or name is not the same as with a lowercase n. So this is how you can delete properties, how you can determine if they are there. And I mentioned something earlier. There is also a way to loop through all the properties a person has. So let me add a greet property, which is a function just, well, printing hello. And now I want to loop through all the three properties. I can use a for loop, but it's a special for loop. I can specify field, for example, or var field, and the name is up to you. Choose whatever you want. In person. So with this in keyword or context here, I'm creating a for loop which loops through all the fields. This is why I named it field of person. And then I can log the field. And let's see what will now show up in the console. The name of the three fields. Oftentimes though, you want to log the value and not the name. Well, you can do this by logging person and then with squared brackets, the field. If you remember, this is something I showed earlier where I explained if you don't hard code the field name but derive it dynamically like we're doing here, then the syntax is great to access the value of an object field. So if I now click run, we get the values instead of the field names.